Wow. Okay. I was streaming to the wrong channel. Wow, that's so weird. I've never had that happen. Wow. Okay, it's receiving my content now. So it should literally go live any second. It should go live any second. Yeah? Okay. And I think we're live. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. I have a couple of things I want to talk about today. It's obviously going to be about Leroy Sane. The title says it. My mannerisms say it. Everything about me says we're going to be talking about Leroy Sane. This transfer has been looming on for like about a month now, since the start of summer. Maybe 2 months. We've been hearing about Sane. I gotta close that window. It's a lot louder than I thought it would be. Nah, I don't care. I don't think anyone cares. But Sane to Bayern has been a very, very, very prevalent transfer news piece, and I think a lot of Bayern fans would like to see Sane. Me personally, yes, bro. I watched Man City versus Liverpool. I made a watch along of it on my first channel, which has like close to 400 subscribers. I made a watch along of it. The game was so fun, right? It was a very fun game. I watched Man City, and I watched Sane come on and make an impact. Did he come on or did he start? I'm actually gonna look it up because I'm that much of a dweeb. Man City versus Liverpool. Okay, in their last match, Leroy Sane. Wait, no, that's the International Champions Cup 2018. Premier League. Premier League. Okay, Premier League 18-19. Why is Google like this? Okay, Leroy Sane scored the winner, 72nd minute. Did he start? I don't think he started. He did start. But the point I'm trying to make here is that Sane is a clutch player. We need that at Bayern. We need a player who can make that big of a difference coming on, man. We don't have that. Robin and Ribery have left, which I know a lot of people are saying that's a big gap and hole, but what did they really realistically do for us in the last 2 years, okay? Robin was injury prone and Ribery wasn't really doing anything. And Robin's one of he's my favorite player. He's the reason why I'm essentially a Bayern fan, right? Robin got me to that point, but I don't think we'd miss Robin so much that we'd spend 100 million on Leroy Sane. I think we need Sane in general, and people have to understand that. Why is my chat all over the place? I'm seeing my viewers rather than my chat. I want to see my chat first. You know what I mean? Dude, yeah, doesn't want to switch. Yes, it matters. Okay, good. We got it fixed. So honestly, I think Leroy Sane is exactly what we need. He he brings what Coman can't. If you watch Coman, Coman is like such an effective player, right? A lot of people who criticize him, the media probably, they don't watch him, like we watch him. Bayern fans, we watch every single game. What Coman does is he uses his right foot, drives at the defender, and waits, anticipates. When they do a little move, he bursts into the space, gets on his left foot, whips in a nice cross. Thomas Muller messes it up. Lewandowski could have scored that. It's the story of Coman, right? But Coman, that's what Coman can do for you. He can make things like that. He can use his pace like that. But my thing with Coman is his composure. He has zero of it. Sometimes it feels like he's trying to do moves way too quick. So that definitely could be improved. I would like to see a lot more composure on that left wing. Ribery had that composure when he was like in his prime and stuff, even like in the fewer years. But you saw against Liverpool, Coman came on, didn't do anything, right? Because sometimes also we get the ball, but there's no player to just hold their own physically and also like technically and release the ball back. We lose the ball on the wings a lot. Alaba, what I like about Alaba is he goes with the flow with Coman. They work very well together because Coman is a very, I don't know, he's just like a spontaneous player. He would just like make a weird pass. So Alaba has to read that all the time, and they work so well. But when like we're trying to move and be fluid, Coman can't play with Kimmich because Kimmich is all about that smoothness and predictability, right? Sometimes Kimmich will make a run, Gnabry will come off, make a pass, Kimmich would then drill it to Lewandowski or to Coman on the back post, right? That's the plan with Kimmich. And sometimes Gnabry would run, Kimmich would pass to him, Gnabry would then whip across or cut inside and try and get a shot or try and pick out a teammate. That's Kimmich's and Gnabry's right hand side. And Gnabry also works with Alaba on the left hand side. They work well. Gnabry's fluid like that. But Coman lacks composure. Maybe because Gnabry's like, what, 25? Is Serge 25? I think he's 24. Alright, he just turned 24. Oh, thank God. I was just going to get so weird knowing he was freaking 25. Okay. I can't, okay? He scored 10 Bundesliga goals last season. How many did Coman score? Coman had his best season ever in his career, scoring 6 Bundesliga goals, getting 4 assists. Could have been much more. 1 Champions League, 1 Super Cup, 2 DFB Pokal goals. Didn't he score? He scored some important goals as well. Coman. He's a clutch player. Versus Leipzig, he really put us to the top with that curved in and then bang. But I think when Sane gets in that squad, because he's gonna walk in, right? Sane would walk into any team in Europe, any big club. Sane is walking in. He's not like gonna like try and prove himself because he's already proven himself. He's played for Man City at the toughest level, showed up for them in the biggest games and matches. I think Leroy Sane is absolutely what we need. We need a big game player. I love Lewandowski. I love him so much. He's one of my favorite strikers of all time. Actually, he's my favorite striker because he plays for us, obviously. But he's not a big game player like that. I think he needs players alongside him who can support him, and just we need a structure around Lewandowski. Of course, he's 31 in a few months, which that's a bummer. Knowing that one of the best players of your club is getting older and they're going to retire in 2 years. Lewandowski says he has 4 years on top. But I think that's 4 years on top playing trash opposition. He's not going to have 4 years left in the Champions League. That's not happening, okay? So we're probably going to need a good structure of youth. Coman, Gnabry, and if Sane comes. I think Sane wants to come. Here's the thing. A lot of Bayern fans don't actually think we can pull off the Sane transfer, which is a little bit weird to me. I think, I don't know. I think Sane should want to come, right? Obviously, the Bundesliga isn't as good as the Prem, right? In terms of like which league I'd want to watch if I was given the option, a lot of people would pick the Prem, right? For me, I like leagues where it's like a lot more cultured. I also value how the supporters act in the matches, So I'd probably watch the Bundesliga, but people would choose the Premier League. So Sane is making that big switch, but I think it's good for him because when he comes to Bayern, he's not Pep Guardiola. I love this guy, one of my favorite managers, but he's a total fraud. Barcelona, Samuel Eto'o made the guy feel like a complete cunt, and then sold him to Inter Milan only to get Zlatan and put Zlatan on the right. No wonder a lot of big players don't like Pep Guardiola, right? And that's the exact same thing he's doing with Sane, right? He bigs them up, but then he won't play them for no reason at all. Eto'o was at the prime of his career. Eto'o was one of the best strikers in the world. Eto'o in front of goal was scoring left, right, and center, and Pep didn't like him, right? There was a freaking interview Eto'o did, and people asked him like, what is your experience with Pep or something like that. And Pep said, he made a movement. Messi, he drawed out a defender by dropping, and then Messi got space, and then they scored. And then Pep, after like training, told him not to do that again. That's the type of guy Pep is, okay? A lot of people think Pep is, why is my phone constantly doing notifications? A lot of people think Pep is this like really class act coaching players on and off the pitch. Pep is a fraud. He wants the camera. He was like, Eto'o said it. He shook his hand in front of the camera. Look, Pep is a great tactician, right? But him telling and saying Sane is important and then not playing him. He said it. He said Sane was important when he asked City to sign him. Okay, it's not like a new thing that Sane is important to Man City. Sane has been important. He just hasn't started. Sane for me is way miles above Raheem Sterling. Guess who Pep chooses to play for 90 minutes every freaking week, man? And then when Sane comes on, he always makes an impact. A Schalke, right? City were losing that game. Sane, free kick, bang. City weren't losing. They were drawing. But Sane comes in, bang, free kick. Out of nowhere. I didn't even know he had that in his locker. But then, guess what? Of course, Sterling scored, but it's that little moment of him coming on and making an impact. And I think he walks into any European side. Bayern, he's going to walk in our first team. Coman is going to have to sit back, right? Because Coman gets injured a lot. Even if he starts ahead of Sane, you can't give him 5 games and he's not injured. He has fitness problems. I think you always will have players like that. Now, I don't know if it's something he's eating. We recommend. James Rodriguez had that with his knee. What is it with players these days and injuries? Okay, look at Ronaldo and Messi. They barely get injured. Even Lewandowski, he barely gets injured, right? But there's some players who just constantly get injured. I mean, look at Van Dijk. I don't think the guy's gotten an injury. Kimmich is one of the most consistent players in Europe. I think to be at that level for a long time, you have to stay away from injuries, and that's crazy, But Coman gets injured so much. I don't want to see Thomas Muller playing at wing at all. Okay, I don't even want to see him in the first. I don't even want to see him on our squad. I love Muller. He gives his 110%, but he's lost his cuteness. Okay, I don't want to see him anywhere near that team. All right. If we have to play 10 men, I'm taking 10 men over Thomas Muller starting at. Oh my god, it pisses me off when he's playing striker too, because he just misses the weirdest chances. He's always trying to make sure I don't know what happened to Muller at the World Cup, man. Like 2 years ago, the guy would have just banged everything in. If he was 20 yards away from goal, shot. 50-yard shot. Now he's trying to dribble. Now he's trying to make space and shoot better. I don't freaking care. Thomas Muller, we can't have him wing, okay? Leroy Sane needs to come, so we have a little bit more depth, and we also have a bit more quality and competition, man. We need competition in that squad. We don't have it at wings. We have it in midfield. We have Goretzka and Tolisso competing, going at it, and Renato Sanchez going at it for that attacking / box-to-box midfielder. We have Thiago and possibly Marc Roca, who are probably going to be they won't be competing. They'll be playing alongside each other. But then we have all these midfielders we literally had James Rodriguez who couldn't get minutes because of Thomas Muller. That still pisses me off today. We lost a quality player because of Thomas Muller. It's all because of Thomas Muller. Okay, whatever. I'm getting hyped for no reason. I think Muller could play for Barcelona or a big team, just because of his profile and what he's done. But I don't think he's, these big teams probably won't care that he's not as good, And Germany, they did a great job letting Muller go. But we have competition all over the squad. The addition of Lucas Hernandez and Benjamin Pavard, first of all, I'm not really for it, right? Because think about this. There are 2 fullbacks, world class, won the World Cup by playing fullback. Pavard freaking in the final and versus Belgium making chance after chance for France, and Hernandez having an assist. Did he have an assist? Yeah, I think he had an assist with Mbappe, right? Having an assist in the World Cup final, right? Them doing so well in the World Cup, really, and then we were gonna play him as center back. That's kind of trippy to me. I don't understand, but they add depth, right? Pavard isn't gonna start. I think Lucas Hernandez is gonna start, but we have such a good depth. We don't have it at wings, right? App coming in. Art, I don't freaking know. Why do we buy these young stars we're probably never ever going to use in the first place? Honestly, there's clubs meant for that. Ajax are meant for youngsters. Dortmund, as much as I probably don't like to say it, they're meant to develop youngsters. Bayern is not, okay? Let's stop pretending we're this club that can develop youngsters. Mats Hummels came out of our academy to go to Dortmund. I don't know. Let me check actually. I like to be right. Mats Hummels. Let me check his transfer record thing. I mean, Hummels was like worth 20 million, but we sold him for like 35. Okay, so um, Hummels to Bayern. So he came from Bayern, and then he was promoted. Okay, he was playing for the Bayern first team. He didn't really play, but exactly that's my point. And he was bought for 250,000 pounds, and to Dortmund. Okay, because we don't know how to develop youngsters. Becomes one of the best right backs. I mean, fullback. Freaking center backs in the world. We get him in. That's our job, okay? We get players that are already good, and that's like every big club. Real Madrid don't really use. Barcelona are known for their academy. Like no, okay? Like every 10 years we'll create a good player. I mean, Mula came from our academy, but my point is like this new like buying academy for me should just be natural. You shouldn't be ever buying players to your academy. You should be trusting your scouts to find young talent in the country and then bring them in and invite them to the academy. You should be trusting them to do their job. Is my stream messed up or something? Okay, it's not. But my point is, you should be trusting. You should be trusting the people around you to to get you youngsters, get you players from Bavaria who are going to be beaters in like 5 years. Okay, this buying youngsters. I'm not for it. Chris Richards, 6'2" center back from the United States of America, Texas, Dallas, Texas specifically. No, he came from the Dallas, Texas football club, or yeah, I don't freaking care. Um, 17 years old. Like, what do you really expect? Alfonso Davies. I'm pretty sure that was an impulse. I actually like Alfonso Davies. I don't know why they play him a left back now. Kovac must be drinking something because he's not a left back. He's a winger. We bought him for because he was a winger. I don't care, but why are we playing him at fullback? You're wasting. There is a thing called wasting development. Why does Bayern think playing a player anywhere means they're getting better? No, it does not. They could be getting crap too, man. Jesus, why are we playing him there? I don't freaking know. It's just so weird. Playing him at left back. It's not even right wing back where he has more license to bump forward. It's left back. It's not even left mid where he has to come back a little bit more. It's freaking left back. Defender. From winger to defender. No, I don't want Ashley Young 2.0. Blacker, of course. I don't want that. So, whatever they're doing with him, and it's messing up his development. Now he'll be in the Champions League and he'll be thinking about, we bought Hummels only in 2016. Wait, no way. Wait, okay, so Hummels came through our academy, 2008, left to go to Dortmund. Um, it was a loan to Dortmund, the end of loan, and Dortmund bought him for 4.2 million, and then he spent 7 years at Dortmund. Oh shoot, that's a lot of years. And then he came to Bayern for 3 years. Dude, Hummels hasn't been here for that long. I keep forgetting he's not been here for that long. He came here in January 20 like. Oh wow, he came here 26, and I'm out here complaining when we get a player that's 26. But that's very good. Also, even if we don't get Sane, I think Coman will, if he stays fit for at least 80% of the season, which you should. It's your job, man. You get paid to literally play football. Every 7 days, once every 7 days, or twice, depending on the Champions League. You get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars every week just to do that. Okay? You should be staying fit for at least 80% of your millions. Okay? You should be staying fit. Okay? You should be on the pitch, not at a hospital next to the training ground. Okay? The new one. You should be staying fit. Okay? So I expect him to stay fit. If he stays fit for at least 80% of the season, this will be his best season. He'll probably have a season so good. And I trust the guy because he is a good player. I'm not sitting here saying Coman is bad because he gets injured. I'm saying, he has the potential to be a world beater. Now I want to know his transfer. I actually trust Transfer Market without the E because they have a pretty good evaluation. They usually get things pretty right. Like Hernandez, Coman's value is 50 million. The guy just turned 22. He's a young player. His value has stayed at 50 million. But this season, yeah, April to now, it really like improved. And I think, wow, Bayern Munich, he took Juventus, right? Oh no, no, his loan ended. He came on Bayern on loan, 2015. This guy's been at PSG. I don't really. I mean, I know he's been at PSG, but I'm just saying like that's really impressive. The fact that he's been at all these clubs, but his problem for me is he lacks like conviction and composure. For a winger, if you watch Sane, he's in a different class. Mbappe, when I talk about composure, man, like Van Dijk is so composed. Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, composed, right? Messi is like calm when he's finishing. Coman just feels like he's rushing. He's trying to get something done quick. Gnabry, why Gnabry succeeded so well this season? He learned that extra edge of composure. He became a lot more cultured in everything he did. His finishing looked even sexier. It looked good on the eyes, and he looks sharper when you're composed. Because people think when you're composed, you're relaxed, and that means that you're not trying or you're not interested. Sometimes composure can look as if you don't care about what's happening, but composure is simply knowing you're good regardless. So you're just gonna choose to be relaxed until something. Because Van Dijk, he never looks like he's ang. That's the thing, right? There's a way to fake composure. Mats Hummels for me was never composed. Jerome Boateng, Hummels was composed. Boateng was composed, but now they're not. If you saw last season, there was a moment. I think it was actually versus Dortmund. It was versus Dortmund. Hummels was in the middle of the park. He was acting so cool, and he made a mistake. He was freaking walking to go fix that mistake, while every Dortmund player was rushing forward to go attack us. Right? You can fake composure, is my point. Right? So Van Dijk, you see him. He has real composure. He's relaxed, and and that's as a winger you need that. Coman does not. He doesn't. Gnabry has the extra sauce. That's why he won us the freaking player of the season, man. He has the sauce. A player that can relax, take his time. As a striker, it always seems like there's 10 million players around you. But when you just take a second, 1 second, and realize, oh crap, I have 5 seconds to take a good shot here. And that's when Messi does it for Barcelona, right? Messi, like sometimes you think you can shoot now, but he just takes an extra touch, and then you're like, oh crap. Now all of a sudden that seems like a really easy chance, and he scores it. He has the composure. He can realize that. He can be calm and know that even if I don't score, I have 10 million and 20 more minutes to 10 more minutes, even 5 minutes, man. There's football. In football, we've had goals like 1 minute difference, 30 seconds difference, right? People think, oh, each goal comes every 20 minutes. No, it's just how the game is, the tempo of the game, right? And what's happening in the game. If you're controlling the game, if you don't score, just know in the next 5 minutes you could have another big opportunity if you keep that same control. And Coman, he needs that conviction, that killer instinct. Sane has it. Sane is nutmegging. Did he nutmeg Alisson? I think Alisson has been the best goalkeeper this year. Realistically, the guy has been on a new level. He's actually did very well. And I like the fact that he's humble too. So he's literally not. Okay. So every day at around 5-6 p.m., I go outside for like a few hours and I go practice my football. I'm a midfielder, right? And one of the things I've actually been practicing was my composure. You know, I so you know I used to be so rash, but now I'm just calm. Because I've actually gotten really good at midfield. I'm a winger. I'm 6 foot now, so it's like I'm fast still, but I just don't find wings fun. I have way more energy than I thought I would. So I think playing midfield, center defensive midfield. I'm trying to play a little bit more like Busquets with a little bit of De Jong's pace, but with a lot more pace. I don't know. I'm just okay. So composure is an important part. So I really understand it, because when you're playing the middle of the park, or when you're playing any position, and you look at Neuer, man. Neuer actually made a big mistake? He has, obviously. He's conceded goals that I thought you shouldn't concede. But Neuer never looks bothered. That's what I like. It's a little bit of arrogance, but it's great. That's exactly what we need. Let me see. This thing. Yeah, I mean, oh my God. Coman has 2 German Champion Cup, 2 DFB Pokal. I mean, at least like 10 of his trophies, he didn't really have that huge of an impact on them. You know what I want to know? How many like career goals does Kingsley Coman have? Right? For France, he's had 17 and 1 goal. Um, I mean, he's one for the future actually. Yeah, this kid is gonna be a world beater soon. He's a Nike player. That's great. Okay, so he came from PSG's academy system, right? And then Juventus got him, and then after Juventus, I mean, this kid is really, I mean, yeah, since 2013, that's crazy. Isn't it crazy that right now there's a kid at training who's literally destined to be scoring 50 goals a season at some point? That's crazy, you know. And that's it for this video. All I really wanted to talk about was Leroy Sane and why we needed him. I think I've addressed that. We need Sane. I'm gonna go on Twitter now. Maybe like start like a little Twitter thing. Start like a Twitter like 5 seconds where I just go on Twitter and talk about. I mean, because my Twitter is like 90% Bayern. Oh my God, dude. My Twitter is 90% Bayern. Dude, I should have locked that door, but I don't care. So my Twitter is 90% Bayern, man. Wow. Okay. So, maybe just talk about the transfer news, man. I mean, once we get more freaking fans, right? It'd be nice. I follow too much Bayern Munich, man. Holy crap. It's really concerning. Wow. It's so weird how much Bayern content I follow. Oh yeah, Thiago. They're talking about Thiago. Um, I Mia San Mia. I think that's that he has 100,000 fans. An account I follow very vividly. I think it's such an interesting account. Um, Maybe I should make a Twitter for this for Bayern now, and then tweet from that. That'd be better. But it's just fun. I mean, I really plan to, I'm going to Germany in like a year, less than 2 years, probably a year and a half. Um, Probably the same time. I know I want to go to Germany. Maybe around the like I want to watch us play the biggest game, probably Dortmund or a Champions League game. Maybe like Real Madrid, right? I'll go to like Germany to the Allianz Arena. I'll probably follow the game over 2 legs. So if it's like Real Madrid or like Manchester United or someone like that, I'll go to the first game in well whatever stadium it is. That's my. I mean, I'll do that, and then I'll obviously record content. So that I mean, yeah, that's that's my plan, isn't it? Bayern Twitter is so funny. We just overreact. Ludicrous. Renato Sanchez, man. Why is this kid not being given Renato Sanchez? I mean, he's confirmed he's staying. You know what, man? I want to see this kid play more. Wait, Renato Sanchez is the European champion. What do you mean Europe? Oh, shoot. I thought European champions like Champions League. I was like, what? Okay, look. So that loan to Swansea really messed him up. Why? We should never put a player on loan. I hate loans. I don't know why. I just think they ruin players instead of actually building them up. So it says here that, I mean, he came from Benfica, right? I mean, this kid in 2017, no, 2016 mainly, had like 1 billion clubs looking for a signature. Manchester United, Liverpool, every single club essentially was wanting a signature because he was one of the best young midfielders in the world. He was like De Jong, but a much better upgrade. We bought him for 35 million, 15 million over his like market value at the time, but the market's inflated now. At the time, if the time was now that he was this popping, he would be like 70 million like De Jong. I mean, yeah, he'd be like 50 million because he, but the kid's still 21, gonna turn 22. I think people have just been like, oh yeah, he's not the best in the world yet. But I don't think there's such a thing as not being good enough anymore. I think everyone, like me personally, right? I was a skillful player. Like I literally was. I had when I was a lot shorter. Because right now, dude, I'm 6 foot and growing still, right? Back then, I was literally here to my camera. Now I have to bend down, right? But my point is, I was so skillful being a lot shorter, like 5'7", 5'6". Bang, bang. I knew all these skill moves, man. Now it's a lot harder to just, and I'm a lot slower in terms of like doing them. Maybe because I haven't practiced. But my point is, right, you don't ever forget them. I haven't forgotten a single skill move. I could still do them just as well. I just don't practice well enough. But my point is that, a player never loses their potential. They probably just don't get the opportunity they deserve, and therefore fall out of favor, and they need that back. How do you give that back to them? You play them. You give them minutes. You give them like 40 freaking minutes a game, at least. A young player, Alphonso Davies. Why are we playing him in the third German division? Okay, Bundesliga 3, right? That's what it's called. Liga 3. Yeah, or 3 Liga, whatever they call it, right? Isn't Bayern in that? Where's Bayern? Okay, well, Bayern 2. Bayern 2. Bayern 2. 18th. Yes, Bayern 2. They're in the third German division. They're playing Alphonso Davies. Yeah? Yes. Bayern 2 is playing Alphonso Davies and all these kids. Yeah, and it says he's a midfield. I don't like that at all, okay? He's not an academy player. Look who we have in the Bayern 2 team. We have 25-year-olds, right? We have players that are never going to get in the first team. We have players that should be on loan. Half of these players could become world beaters if we just send them on loan. I mean, Hoffman, 20 years old, made a big mistake letting. Oh my God, that pisses me off sometimes. This would be weird if Unai Onep put his freaking. Oh my God, he put his nephew. Okay, I hate this guy so much. But my point is, we should stop putting these youngsters on loan. If we get a young kid to play for our first team, play for our first team. If a kid is good enough to play for the first team and has shown it, play for our first team, right? Joshua Zirkzee, a kid, last season had 5 goals in 12 matches. That's insane. And this season he's had 1 assist already. He's an assist merchant, right? he's kind of like a target man slash, look, why are we? And then last season in the under 19 Bundesliga, 12 goals in 14 matches. UEFA Youth League, 4 goals in 6 matches. International Champions Cup last year. This kid is going to be a world beater, and we're trying to send him on loan. We don't. That's not smart. That's just not okay. When you send a kid out on loan for freaking 2 seasons on a club, look, send him to Liverpool on loan, and then they'll become a. Yeah, that's way better, obviously. But send him to a team that, if you want to send a player on loan, send him to a team that will use him, and a team that's decent, not Swansea City, not a team in the Dutch league, because we want him to learn, experience football, 90 minutes a week, from a team that want him. And then he comes back and he gets in our team. That's exactly what Gnabry did, right? Gnabry, he came from Hoffenheim, right? We thought, okay, this kid, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Gnabry came, we were like, we got him. We were like, okay, he's not good enough now, but if we give him on loan, if we put him on loan now, and I was gonna go play, okay, if we put him on loan now, he'll become a world beater. 1 season loan, he destroys the Bundesliga as a forward. Comes to Bayern, does the exact same thing. That's exactly the formula if you want to put players on loan. Put them at a club that's good and also know the structure, and a club that's also similar to yours, right? So we could send him. Let's try and send him to like Leicester City in the Premier League. Leicester need a striker. Zirkzee would fit them. He'd be a target man who can pass. He'd fit them. They'd probably play him, right? Don't send him to championship. Whatever. Thanks for watching. I just love doing this now. It's so much more fun. I just want to build a community. If you're watching, we have 3 people watching. Just hit the subscribe button, man. Get us to 10 subscribers, by the end of this month or something like that. But I really appreciate everyone for just watching the stream here. I know we're not getting 1 million views or 1,000 views watching, and I'm fine with that. That's not my goal as of right now. My goal as of right now is to really just start building, because I'm enjoying this. It gives me something to do. I just love, like, sometimes I go to my bed and I start thinking of Bayern and I just start talking to myself. Now I'm just talking to a camera, if anyone's watching, I'm just talking to you, right? And we're just having a conversation. You can have your opinions in the comments. I read them, and that spurs more conversation. But for now, I guess I'll just be making the conversation by myself. But thanks for watching, and yeah, that's it. Peace.